morning, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Thornton. This is our library time for the week, and I wanted to let you know that Friday, April 16th, is National Librarian Day, and the week of vacation is National Library Week. So we're going to read a library-related story. So this is Goldie and the Three Libearians. It's written by Mims Hopkins, and it's illustrated by, by John Manders. This is our title page, and here's our publisher. It's Upstart Books. So I hope you enjoy this. Once upon a time, deep in an enchanted forest, there lived a book-loving bear family. Papa Bear was a public librarian, Mama Bear was a school librarian, and their son, Baby Bear, was a librarian in training at the Grizzly Preschool. Show you the picture. One morning, a girl named Goldie was on her way to school. Goldie usually walked along the road, but this day, since she was running particularly late, she decided to take a shortcut through the forest. Look at that house. Isn't that cool? Look at it carefully. By and by, Goldie came upon an astonishing sight. There, in the middle of the forest, she saw a cottage that appeared to be made of books. See that? Once inside the cottage, Goldie went straight to the shelves and began browsing through the books. The first book she pulled off the shelf was too big. In fact, it was so heavy it fell on the floor. Goldie went to another shelf, but the book she took from this shelf was too little. Then she looked through some nonfiction books and found one that was just right. She's not using a shelf marker, is she? It's not what we do with our books. Goldie wandered There we go. Goldie wandered over to another shelf and opened up a chapter book. She used the 5-finger rule to see if the book was too hard. She started with a closed fist. When she came to a word she couldn't read, she put one finger up. All 5 fingers were up while reading the first page of the book, so she knew that book was too hard for her. She tried another book, but it was too easy. Then she found a book of fairy tales that was just right. Don't know if you remember us talking about the 5-finger rule, but we will again next year. I hope you're using it. Okay. After she found several books that were just right for her, Goldie began searching for the perfect place to read them. Goldie looked around the room and spotted a big lazy bear recliner. She climbed up in the enormous chair and pushed back, but it went back too far. Oh no. She surveyed the room again, and this time she spied a poofy couch with lots of pillows. Goldie sprang into the air and landed smack dab in the middle of the couch. Pillows flew everywhere. The couch was too squishy. Maybe there is a comfy place upstairs, she thought. Oh my goodness, look at that. She disappeared into the chair. When Goldilocks reached the top of the stairs, she saw a tent made out of a blanket. She crawled inside the cozy tent, opened the book of fairy tales, and began reading. Yes, this place was just right. Do you have a special place to read? Or do you ever make special tents like that? I used to when I was a kid. It's fun. Around noon, the 3 librarians came home for lunch. There they are. They don't look too happy, huh? Papa Librarian immediately noticed one of his books on the floor. "Somebody's been looking at my big books and left one on the floor," he said. Then Mama Librarian said, "Somebody's been looking at my little books and put one back on the shelf with the pages showing instead of the spine." We know that's not a good thing to do, huh, boys and girls? Then Baby Librarian said, "Somebody's been looking at my nonfiction books and one is gone." Oh my. He likes nonfiction like a lot of you friends do. Ooh. Papa Librarian looked at another shelf and said, "Somebody's been looking at my hard books and left one on top of the shelf." "Somebody's been looking at my easy books and put one back on the shelf upside down," said Mama Librarian. Then Baby Librarian said, "Somebody's been looking at my fairy tale books and one is gone." Oh my goodness, Goldilocks does not know how to use a library well, huh? Papa Librarian saw that his favorite chair was not in the same position that he had left it. "Somebody's been sitting in my recliner and left it pushed back," he said. Then Mama Librarian said, "Somebody's been sitting on my poofy couch and knocked all the pillows on the floor." Oh my. That Goldilocks doesn't have any manners, does she? The 3 librarians crept up the stairs. When they got to the top, Baby Librarian said, "Somebody's been in my cozy reading tent, and there she is." Goldilocks looked up from her book and saw the big sharp teeth of the 3 librarians. Ooh, look at that face. She looks pretty scared, huh? Oh, look at this! Smiling at her. They're smiling at her. Oh my goodness. Papa, Mama, and Baby Librarian joined Goldilocks in the tent. Papa Librarian read a story to everyone, and it was just right. Aha! Papa and Mama and Baby Bear loved books so much, they were happy that Goldilocks liked books too. Isn't that nice? I bet since they were librarians, they taught her how to treat the books correctly, like you friends know how to do. I hope that you have a good week, and I will see you later. Bye.